King of the Castle. A game where I have my queendom and you are my nobles. I already connected my Twitch account. It should work. I'm just gonna make the game a bit more quiet. Okay. I'm a queen visiting for my own queendom. Yes! The borderless, CCFPS, gameplay, game reset, all tutorials. Okay. New dynasty, customization. Customization, of course. Of course! Here you may customize your monarch and noble characters. Certain customizations are only available to players who have bought the game. Of course. This screen shows your custom monarch character that will represent you, the controlling player of or streamer, in the games you run. Click on the banners below region settings to customize your noble characters. These will represent you when you join other people's games. Ah! Oh, okay. Okay. So! We're not gonna spend 2 years on the screen. Okay. Just gonna get something something nice. What are the colors? Where do I... There's no colors for the eyebrows. Glasses? Oh, an eye patch. Ah! The Pirate Queen. I have glasses. Now. And they are... brown? No brown. There's no brown. Let's go with black. Big nose? Yeah, sure. Beard, no thanks. Oh, so many colors for the beards. Oh! Compared to the eyes. The fuck? The hair, but... Wait, but... First... Okay, first... Remove that thing. Then the hair. I like this one. Oh, this one fits way better. Yeah. 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 I need a crown. I need a crown. If you're gonna be a queen, you need a crown. I don't really like it, but we're gonna need a crown. First we need to choose the outfit. What is that? Oh, lipstick. Oh, it's the mouse. Just the mouse. Queen VTV. Brown is the new black. This one is nice. Ooh. Ooh. Oh. Oh, I like it. Okay. Okay. Oh, big. Oh, big. Too big. I like big. I'm gonna go with this one. I like this one. Very fancy. Yay. I like fancy. And then the crown. I don't like the crowns. I don't like them. Ah. How are we gonna... I don't like the crowns. Oh, a Mew. There's a Mew. Get the Mew. You know what? No crowns. No crowns. I'm a revolutionary. Okay, we good? Nobles. I'm gonna do the nobles later. Okay. Welcome to King of the Castle. King of the Castle is a social storytelling game where you play with friends as a party game via browsers or with a Twitch chat. You play the monarch of a fantasy kingdom, playing through events and making decisions. Players can join your game as nobles in the council, who come from one of 3 regions. Nobles can vote on certain decisions and scheme to usurp you. You must survive and get your onto the throne. Customize your monarch. Customize your noble. We did that. We did that. It's time to start. Dynasty name. What are... What? Your hair, yes. What kind of... Dynasty... What is a dynasty name? TV? Art? Cult of the AVP. The One Dynasty. Queen AVL of the One Dynasty. Let's go. Perfect. I didn't see we had the example right here. I think we could. Let's go. Party gameplay on Twitch. Friends can join the game via an internet browser. All they need to do to go to stream on Twitch, and your viewers can join your game simply by typing into chat. Players who have bought the game will appear in the story more often. Ah? That's a pay to win. They made it a pay to win. So apparently, play on Twitch is better because people can just interact in the chat. Whereas, in a party game, you all need to be there from the start. You got a drop? There are drops? Hiyo? Wait. Wait. Drops? What kind of... Is it on my list? Oh, there is! There are drops! Oh! Oh, then I need to be a good streamer and put drops at the start of the title. Of course. Oh. I didn't even... I'm a bad streamer. I didn't even know there were drops. Okay. Play on Twitch, let's go. Twitch extension. Our Twitch extension show players, their region, wealth, scheme, and more. Install it. Yes. Choose 3 regions. Barons of the March, Chiefs of the North, Counts of the East, Grandees of the South, Patricians of the Coast. Chiefs are honorable warriors, renowned for their pagan religion, and prowess in combat. The Counts are ruthless aristocrats, steeped in secrecy. Allegations of forbidden rituals are unproven. The Grandees are impassioned duelists, known for their strict adherence to honor, etiquette, and the 9th god. Patricians are wealthy, seafaring merchants, noted for their cleverness, skilled negotiation, and ornate masts. Just vampires, more or less. I'm gonna get the patricians, the chiefs of the north, and counts of the east. Yeah, that sounds good. Let's go. Join the game. Your nobles may now join via Twitch chat with join, followed by pronoun join she. Okay. Players can join mid-game. Ironclaw 55, thank you for the follow. Hello. Players can join mid-game, and their wealth and region are saved in continued games. Okay. So we already have one noble for each region. That's nice. We have Sami for the patricians, Icy for the counts, Ironclaw and Magic Grizzly for the chiefs. I'm gonna join it. I'm gonna wait a bit. I'm confused. What do you want? What do you want to know? You type exclamation point join followed by your pronoun. Not pronouns, just pronoun. Like she or he or them. They. Singular pronoun. Yeah. Nice. And we have also Cup Queen in the patricians. Is that everyone? And we have Moxie for the counts. And Bapidi for the counts too. Hi Bapidi. Hello. Hi. Is that everyone? Are we good? We can already start because we're gonna have probably multiple games. So we can check how it works. Let's go! Acquire an heir, then complete your ambition to win. Your first reign will likely end in disaster. Wow. Okay. No, Jesse, you're too late! And you know you wanted to join, didn't see you. I'm sorry. Just a bit too late. No, wait, I think you can still join. You can join mid-game. Right. My bad. But you only have you can, unless it also works with the two pronouns. But I think you only need to type she, not she, her. But I don't know if it still works if you type the two. I joined the game an hour in progress yesterday. An hour? Huh? Keep an eye on the region schemes. If they pass all the stages, they'll win the game. Okay. Be careful of the region's defiance stat. If it gets too high, the regions may rebel against you. Says Amin. Okay. Nice. To win, pass all 3 stages of your scheme. Each stage requires you to get stats to certain levels, which are affected in votes. How you vote is up to you. For your region scheme, to stop other schemes, or for the good of the kingdom. If your defiance stat is high enough, you can rebel. Rebel. This pauses your scheme and is risky, especially if you have low military. Events. Each season you get 3 events to play. Click on one to get started. Okay. Coronation, the path to victory, console introduction. This is your monarch, the streamer's character. They appear in most stories, but not all. These are the kingdom stats. If any of them are 0 at the start of the season, the game will end. This is like, feels like Reign. You know the card game? Feels like the Like you have to keep the stats high enough, otherwise the game ends. And we'll need to drop out at some point. Is that bad? I think it should be good. These are the region stats. Stats determine which events are generated. Trade, farming, military, faith, defiance. Okay. If defiance is higher than both authority and stability, a region can trigger rebellion. This will pose their scheme and is risky if military is low. You can scroll through the full list of nobles and their wealth here. Okay. Now that you're the queen, your first duty is to meet with the council of nobles. Your nobles hail from all across the kingdom. The wintry north, the desolate east, and of course, the wealthy coast. Introduce yourself to the chiefs of the north. Good luck with the days ahead, your greatness. You'll need it dealing with us a lot. Thank you, Chief Jesse. An honor to finally make your acquaintance, Your Highness. May you escape the doom that befell your predecessor. Thank you, Countess Bapili. A pleasure, Your Serene Highness. I hope to see our kingdom prosper and grow wealthy under your reign. Thank you, Lady Cup Queen. Hi. The council hall immediately fills with raised voices as the nobles argue with each other and demand your favor. You sigh and sit back. Is this what the council is like? No wonder your father told you to avoid the throne at all costs. Who's the most dangerous? 7 in military for the chiefs. The chiefs look like they're the ones with the lowest overall stats. And the counts have the highest stats. Wow. Coronation. Your Majesty has scheduled your coronation to take place in a week's time. Should I be giving the orders now? We move. Of course, Your Majesty. But to delay any longer would make the nobles restless. And when nobles get restless, they take their daggers and look for the nearest back. We wouldn't want that, I suppose. As is tradition, the council will decide what happens at your coronation. Of course. Shall we call the nobles in? Choices and stats. Certain choices will change stats. Some choices that do so will indicate this change here. Not all choices that change stats have these indicators, and they do not show the region affected. These are the upcoming choices your nobles will vote on. Each of these may change stats in some way. The monarch can change how a vote is run with a law. You may use one law per vote. Try using your veto on one option you dislike. When the vote opens, nobles vote using the command !vote followed by the choice letter. The monarch may close the vote anytime after all nobles have voted or the timer hits 0. Let's go! You can vote now! Host a lavish parade with jugglers and fountains of wine. Minus 1000 treasury, more stability. Proceed with a religious ceremony that honors the ninth god. More faith. You have to, yeah, exclamation point, vote, and then the letter. After I start the vote. Give me a second. Throw the queen into the river. Ah, that's the one you voted for. Okay, cool. Outdated traditions. There's no need for coronation at all. Vote. I mean, I don't mind. I don't mind water. I am a playful queen. Everyone has voted? I think. Yeah, I think everyone has voted. And we go for a lavish parade with jugglers and fountains of wine. The treasury? Oh, the treasury. Cap Queen, Magic Grizzly, Sammy, and Moxie voted for the parade. This shows which stat has been changed and how much by. Okay. We got one more stability. Sister Cecilia, thank you for the follow. And welcome to the Queendom. What use did the treasury if not spent on luxuries? We don't know. We don't know what more we can get. What else we can get with all that money. Okay, we got more stability. The coronation is a great success. Jugglers, wine, fireworks, and feasts. It has an impact on your treasury, of course, but what doesn't? Okay. Those are the... Oh, the coast is big. It's Spain. Spain. France. Germany. The UK is reattached to the mainland now, apparently. Big Spain. I don't know. British! Yes. Care and ambition. The monarch must acquire an heir and complete their ambition to win the game. A spouse is useful but not necessary. Complete your ambition before a scheme or rebellion usurps you, or before you lose all authority, treasury, stability. Spy Master. Oh. Your Majesty, the first few years of your reign are the most difficult. You're new and unproven. The nobles of the council will scheme against you, hoping to kick you off the throne and put their own puppet, Clement, in your place. How can I stop them? To defeat their schemes, you must secure an heir. And prove that you are worthy of the crown by completing an ambition. My question is, when you die, how do you hope the kingdom will remember you? Oh god. Peacekeeper, conqueror, greatest queen who ever lived. The mother of the nation. Communism. I am the mother of the nation. Interesting. Are you concerned for the welfare of the commoners? Or are you just hoping for a favorable passage in the history books? I suggest, over the next few years, you focus on improving the kingdom's overall farming as much as possible. Once you have an heir, I will return to discuss how your ambition is progressing. Good luck, Your Majesty. Now that you've played all events the game by clicking End Season. We finished the season pass. I can click on anything, I can interact with the... No. End. Each region will now vote for one of 3 randomly selected schemes. Schemes are made up of 3 stages with specific stat requirements. Passing all 3 scheme stages places the region's claimant on the throne, winning the game. Fellow patricians of the coast, the green guys, talking to you. My claim to the throne is far more legitimate than that of Queen AVL. Something must be done. The vote is open. What scheme should the patricians pursue to overthrow the new queen and place the preferred claimant, Nari, on the throne? Subterfuge, doppelganger, or conspiracy? That's only for the green, for the coast. Conspiracy, of course. And Liz joined. Juliet, thank you for the resub! For the 5 months. What is that emote? Kitty, thank you for the support. So we're going for conspiracy. Okay. Oh, the conspiracy. Get the VAD. No! I refuse. 3 nobles voted for conspiracy. The patricians plan to sink the queen under an ocean of debt. To advance their scheme, the patricians must lower the treasury to 1,500 or less in 2 seasons. 2 seasons. Of course, the goal of the other nobles are to win without letting the patricians of the coast win. Because your goal is not just to defeat me, it's to win for your own what's the name? Region. Yes. So you have 2 seasons to lower the treasury. Oh, the treasury. Now for the north, for the chiefs. We all know I should be on the throne, not this imposter, Queen AVL. How do we make that happen? Now the blue ones, you have to vote. On intimidation, prophecy, or horn blower. The chiefs have to vote. Can I see where the nobles list? Ah, perfect. Very nice. That's all I wanted. Does Magic Grizzly want to vote to break the tie? Can I see the pronouns? I can see the pronouns from here. I can see the pronouns! Oh. Ah. Ah. Okay. I guess it's gonna be a tie. It's gonna be random between A and B. Have you drunk water? Yes, I did. We're going for prophecy. Raise authority. Okay. Okay. The chiefs plan to realize an ancient northern prophecy. Before the new monarch rises, the kingdom will be ruled by a mad tyrant. Ah. Oh, okay. To advance their scheme, the chiefs must raise authority to 5 or more in 2 seasons. Aren't we at 5 already? Wait. Okay, now the purple. My fill counts. Oh, they're goths. Oh, they're goths. Hiren Play, thank you for the follow. And welcome to the Queendom. The East was its own proud kingdom. We can bring back those days of glory, but not while the false queen AVL wears the crown. Oh no, we have 4 people on each region. Very nice. Now vote! The purple. Vote for Blood Ritual, Ascension, or Possession. Boy. Highest farming. Ah. That makes sense. That makes sense because my ambition is to be the mother of the region. Okay. Who didn't vote? Moxie. Moxie didn't vote. But to be fair, there's not really much you can do to to change the results. So it's gonna be a blood ritual. Okay. Close the noble list so we can see the stats when voting. Oh, my bad. Sorry. Right. Makes sense. That makes sense. So that's weird because I started with 5 authority. And the chiefs already have their goal reached. Did I just lose from the start or is it normal? I'm scared. The counts plan to summon an ancient famine demon that will devastate all other regions, paving a clear path to throne. First, they must ensure the East can withstand a famine. Okay. To advance their scheme, the counts must be the region with the highest farming in 4 seasons. A full year. Alright, let's go. Oh, the stages, right. There are stages first. There are different stages. Liz, you're already in. You are in, Liz. It's okay. Count grind set. Here you can review the region's schemes and their claimant. When you have an heir, they will appear on the right of this page. If your reign ends abruptly, the nobles will vote for the next monarch. This vote is between the 2 regions with the highest combined stats and your heir, if you have one. Okay. Your Majesty, these upstarts are saying they have the right to your throne. No doubt the nobles are already scheming to crown the region's preferred claimant. Okay. So, the Kingdom Authority. In 2 seasons, highest farming in 4 seasons, lower the kingdom's treasury to 1,500 or less in 2 seasons. Those are the first stages for each. Now we end the season. Which means... Oh, they have to wait 2 seasons? Season pass over. Let's go. Season pass over. An invitation. Premium nobles? This is a player who has bought King of the Castle. They can set their customizations, get access to special outfit, and appear more often in storylines. Pay to win! Chief Renplay. Your Majesty! This year, we will be holding the Winter Feast in my clan hall. It would be an honor if you could attend. Defiance. Right. The Winter Feast! What is that? 10 days of drinking, eating, fighting, competing, drinking, singing, stamping, drinking, and drinking. Your Majesty. All will take place at the coldest time of the year, as the snows bury us in. But you won't need to wrap up warm. That's what the whiskey is for. Sure, let's go. Let's go drink. I can't wait. Winterfeast is a special time of year, you'll see. Of course. Let's go. Get crunk. Yes, get crunk. The Honor Guard. The Marshal. Now that you're queen, you need personal protection. Why? I could plunge my sword into your heart right now, could I not? I guess. Sure. You need a Honor Guard to keep you safe from such danger, Your Majesty. Unfortunately, this is a political decision. What are my options? Each region offers a selection of elite guards. The chiefs with their most famous warrior heroes, the counts with knights of the Order of the Drowned Rose, and the patricians offer the greatest gladiators. Gladiators! Champions of the arena. More mead! It's a no, it's not a politics stream, no. No politics, I swear. It is a political stream. No! No! Can't go wrong with the Varangian Guard of Vikings. Of course you want me to think that. Think carefully, Your Majesty. These guards' loyalties will be divided between you and their region. Of course, you could just hire foreign mercenaries. They'll be loyal to coin above all. I mean, for the gladiators... Gladiators sound a lot like they would go where the money is. And my money right now isn't great. So I'm not sure hiring gladiators would be a good idea. So I would probably go for the Northern Warriors. What foreign mercenaries do you suggest? A band of fearsome fighters from the Tatterlands, called the Battle-Beaten Brethren. Brethren! They specialize in bodyguard work, but they're costly, and hiring foreigners would be considered an insult to all the regions. Ah! Okay, let's go for Vikings. Bearded oafs with axes and no manners. They'll get drunk and cause trouble in the palace. No discipline at all, and I can guarantee they won't run off on some random quest. But they're honorable and in a fight unbeatable. Okay, let's go. Northern Warriors. Boom. And Defiance. 1 point of Defiance for the other regions. Of course! That of boy. The warrior heroes arrive a few weeks later. They swagger in with big grins and bigger axes, belching and singing and roaring out unsavory jokes. One of your courtiers faints. Weak! And the other event. Oh! A piece! A piece. Countess Zorsoda. Your Majesty, terrible news from the east. The bees have vanished. Ah, shit. All the bees? All of them, all across the east. We can't rely on the bees for our honey trade. Not the honey. Not honey. No. But worse, in the east, bees are bringers of good fortune. We look after them and they look after us. It's a grim omen indeed, if they've deserted us. Our peasants are scared that we've offended the bees somehow. We must track them down. We offended the bees! Okay. How should the council help track down the mysteriously missing bees? Bees come and go, let nature take its course. Less farming, more trade, more defiance. Send messengers to investigate other regions. Less defiance. Ask the peasants if they noticed anything wrong. More stability, less authority. And you can start voting now. Everyone can vote. All the regions. Exclamation point, vote with the letters. I see the councils are voting for more stability and less authority. The patricians are going everywhere for some reason. And it's gonna be vote C, ask the peasants if they noticed anything wrong. What do the peasants know? Oh well, I suppose it's better than nothing. While the nobles scoff at the queen lowering herself to listen to the peasantry, the peasants themselves are happy to have a voice for a change. We hope to find something useful soon. We got one more point in stability, one less point in authority. And that's the end of the season. So, the counts have the highest farming. The patricians don't have their goal for their phase yet. And the chiefs have their goal for the first phase. Conquer France. No! No! Wait. Buildings! Oh god! What? More thingies. Bah. Nobles can use their wealth to bid on any building in any region, each of which affects a stat. This is done through an auction, where only the two most funded buildings are chosen. When the auction is open, nobles can fund with their following command. Exclamation point. Fund. A. So first the letter of the building you want to fund for, and then X with the amount of money you want to put, you want to bid on the building. Okay. When you're ready, hit start auction to begin the auction. Okay. So the chiefs can bid for a monument, which gives one more authority to them, of course, or a prison for one less stability. For me? For... Oh no, me! Authority and stability for me, because they don't have authority or stability in wait. Okay. For the counts, we have a duct. For farming, or theater for less authority. Patricians can have a fortress for more military. But I'm confused because we agree that authority and stability are automatically for the kingdom, and all the other stats are for their own regions. Right. Makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Everyone has all the infos? We can start voting for the auctions now. Get your buildings. Each region can vote for one of the two buildings. And the buildings that has the more money to it gets built. Currently leading. Oh, and oh, it's only the two. Oh, the two highest funded will be built. Okay, and it's only one. Okay. It's two building for the whole turn. So the chiefs need to put more money into their monument if they want to have their monument built. They need to be higher than 1,100. There we go. Now we got the chiefs. Ah! Time's up! Right before the end of the time! We got the chiefs higher than the counts. So that's no building for the counts. Right before the end. The clutch. The identical message block got in my way. Alright, that's a thing. If you beat the exact same amount, I guess. I have to wait 30 seconds. Ah! I'm guessing the... I didn't think that ahead because I didn't know how it works. But I'm guessing the chat settings aren't the best for the auctions. I'll probably change that for the next session. So we have the fortress for the patricians, who get one more point in their military, and a monument for the chiefs that gives one authority to the kingdom. Thank you for your participation. Alright. Do we know? Do we know when the where can we see the ambitions, the phases they need? We'll probably see at some point. Master Chief Monument. Finding a spouse. Ah. In the twisty passages of your castle, you can avoid your advisors, the nobles, even the spy master. But there's one person you can't avoid. We can see them on the overlay. Okay. Okay. Your mother. Ah, shit. The mother of the mother. Why is my mom here? Ah, fuck. Why haven't you found a spouse yet? It's been almost a year. But mother, I don't want to get married. Nonsense. A queen cannot rule alone. Don't worry, I'll take the liberty of finding eligible candidates. What is your preference? Men? Women? Or do you not mind? Fine. Women. Women. Excellent. I'll send out messengers to the most influential noble families in the kingdom. Let's see what they have to offer. Women. Ah, the bees! How's it going with the bees? An eastern peasant has word of the count's bees, your majesty. Your majesty, I don't want to get anyone in trouble, but I did spot a big old swarm of bees going over towards the north. Chief Magic Grizzly stamps in. His face swollen and covered with stings. Ah. Those damn counts! I bet they send those bees of theirs just to trouble us. They have been attacking you? The bees? Hey! It's terrible! By the old gods, those bees must be destroyed. No one dares to go outside. Our markets are ruined. Countess Zor soda. Blood and stars. These bees are our livelihood. If they are killed, they bring back bad luck to us all. They're fighting. They're fighting. Then you should have taken better care of them, shouldn't you? Challenges. Oh shit, another thing. Some choices have uncertain outcomes, called challenges. This can either be random or based on a stat. The percentage shows the chance of success. What should be done with the escaped bees? A. Focus on luring the bees back to the east. B. Destroy the bees in the north. Or C. Get the church to help heal the peasants. With a 0% chance of faith. What? Less faith and defiance going all around. Less farming and defiance going on around. You can start voting now. 0 faith in north. Right. Makes sense. Okay. Green for A, blue for B, purple for C. The clans are clear in their votes. Any more vote before I stop? Okay. And we are focusing on luring the bees back to the east. Some chiefs grumble that they're not getting enough help from the crown. Their farmers resort to huge protective suits and hats, which hamper their work terribly. So the north got less farming, but got one more defiance. That's a clear loss for the north. Meanwhile, the counts are grateful, but are desperate to figure out how to bring the bees back. Eastern folk tales describe charms that can control bees. Hopefully the counts can find one before it's too late. And the east is a bit less defiant. Thank you for your participation. We should have one more... Yes, right here. One more event. A giant glass globe. Yield ponder. Ponder! Destroying the bees would have solved the issue. For you! For you! Maybe. A giant glass globe, filled to the brim with murky water, is wheeled before the council. The fish bowl contains Lady Patrician Liz, suspended in liquid. She pokes her head above the surface. Why are you in the globe? Why do we ponder Liz? Why are we pondering Liz? Exactly. Your Serene Highness, the most infuriating circumstance befallen me. I can see that. Yeah. I have been cursed by a wizard. He infected me with these gills, so I can't leave the water for more than a couple minutes. What did you do to anger the wizard? It sounds like typical Liz. I happen to know a tannery that is polluting some picturesque beaches. Beaches. Yo. He likes How was I supposed to know? I demand your arrest this maniac and force him to remove these guilt. Okay. So, that's the least thing to do. Send a squad of coastal soldiers to arrest the wizard responsible. Send a diplomat to politely ask the wizard to reverse the curse. Close down Lady Patrician Lee's tannery. Or send the wizard a hamper of fine cheeses and a bottle of wine. Let's go for the vote. You may fascinate a wizard with a piece of cheese. Okay. Okay. Guess we're going for wine and cheese. Okay. Sure, why not? How dare you! You voted against. You voted for the wine. Defiance is now insolent. 4. And you voted for. Okay. Okay. From then on, Lady Patrician Lise Lausignet remains confined to her aquarium, the sight of a grey glass globe, and its glubbing occupant in the council hall quickly becomes unremarkable. Ponder the Lise. In a dinghy. Dinghy. It's the second time in my life I see this word. In a dingy seaside tavern, 2 patricians of the coast meet to plot the latest scheme. The treasury is not empty. The queen won't be tempted by our loan offers. Maybe we could arrange some kind of heist, says Lady Patrician, Sister Cecilia. Lady Patrician Sammy says, don't get ahead of yourself, Lady Patrician. This coup. I'm a tomboy. Nice. You can customize your character. This coup will be conducted entirely within the bounds of the law. We have our principles, after all. The patrician's aim is to lower the treasury to 1,500 or less. Can you customize? Yeah, I think you can. I think you can, yeah, but you just have more customization options if you bought the game. You can only if you own the game. You can only customize if you own the game? But okay. But... Okay, I got it wrong. Okay, I was confused. Okay. Or for party mode. Oh, maybe for party mode it works. Far to the north, where snows blanket the landscape and wolves howl in the night, the chiefs uncover an ancient prophecy foretelling the rise of a tyrant queen and the warrior who will overthrow her. A congregation of god speakers huddle around the tablets, detailing the supposedly ancient story, whispering excitedly. Praise Morgana! The tablets are genuine. Then the gods are good and we are blessed. Han will be our monarch. All hail the Lord Render. Chief Magic Grizzly. Cheers circled the clan hall A mug of ale. Ale is tipped over Hane's head. The influence of the old gods is spreading. We must ensure we keep the old ways of the North alive, and surely Morgana will bless us with the power to crown Han. For the next stage of the chief's scheme, they must lower their faith to 4 or less in 4 seasons. Why is it so easy for the chiefs? Why do they instantly have all their goals met? The fuck? What? That's not fair. Taxation! Oh no! 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 Taxes! No! Ah! No! No! Not the taxes! I must escape! You may collect a common tax or target a specific region. Taxing a region will increase their defiance stat and decrease noble wealth. Tax the chiefs. They have too much money? Do they? Let's see. The defiance are only at 1 anyway. That will get them only 1 point of defiance. The counts still have a lot of money. Not the chiefs. The patricians also still have a lot of money. Ow. My throat. Trade bonus, a new fashion for capes, profits the counts to the tune of 500 wealth. The other nobles gain 200 wealth. What? A new fashion for case profits. So at the end of the turn, they're gonna get more money? Okay. Hey! If you gain more, you pay more. That's how it works. Of course! Now we are poorer than the others. You just got a tax that no one else got. Of course you are poorer than the others. But you have your farming points. So it's fine, right? Right? Winter Feast! Let's go! After weeks of leading your baggage train along perilous mountain roads, you finally arrive at the snow-swept clan hall of Chief Renplay. The hall is crammed with all the chiefs of the north sitting cheek to cheek along tables, groaning under the weight of food and ale. Welcome, your majesty, my humble hall. Take a seat, grab a drink. It is customary at Winter Feast to exchange gifts with the host. What did you bring? Woo! A casket overflowing with sapphires, an axe with an emerald encrusted shaft, some fine silk pajamas, a champion war horse. Munchies. A war horse. They like war. Let's go for a war horse. Look at that beauty! A fine addition to my stables. Thank you, Your Majesty. Okay. Oops. After that, the feast lasts long into the night. The fires roar, the bards sing songs of the old days, and a lake of ale is consumed. A couple hours in, you are... a little merry. As winter feast draws on and the snow piles up outside the doors, the mood in the hall turns raucous. Your memory is blotchy, but you distinctly recall taking part in a contest. Who was saying it was easy to lower the kingdom's cash? I don't know how the game works, so I didn't say anything. At Winter Feast, the chiefs challenge each other to various games. You soon find yourself facing Iron Claw in an eating competition. Chiefs exist. You did it, chiefs, for an achievement. So storming. No! No! Ah! You quickly realize that the contest hinges on eating some hideous northern delicacies. The first dish is a rotten fish that's been buried for 6 weeks. Ah! No! Iron Claw is already chomping away merrily. Ah! Let's fucking go! Woo! Let's go! 20% chance of success. Boom! You thank the ninth god. You're stinking drunk. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to handle a single bite. You devour the rotten fish, holding your nose with one hand. Ah! The chosen one. Ah! I love your regional food. Very... it has a special taste. I like it. It's okay. It's good. It's good. The second dish is even worse. Ah! It's not over. Just a bowl of wobbling sheep's eyeballs. Uncooked. Your opponent continues to munch away. What the fuck? What the fuck? I am not eating that. I am not eating sheep eyeballs. Thank you. The chiefs cheer wildly. You celebrate by vomiting everywhere. Let's go! The next morning, the chiefs are scattered around the hall, groaning and nursing their hangovers. Nice. Your own hangover isn't too bad, but the thought of the voyage home makes you wince. You eat rotten fish, but not sheep eyes? Yeah. There's a difference. What gelatin is made of. It doesn't matter what it is. It's what it looks like. It's what it looks like. You have eyeballs. You literally have to crunch. No. You bid farewell to the chiefs and begin the long, perilous journey back to the capital. Woo! Squish. Yeah, it's more a squish. Ah, the bees! Your Grace, my researchers have uncovered something fascinating. Yes. We discovered the location of a bee charm. It should bring the bees back from the north. Gods be good. Get on with it then. We're cowering in our homes to hide from these horrid swarms. There's no way to leave. We haven't found the charm yet, but it's said to be hidden in a ruined monastery. My soldiers are combing through it now. What monastery? I've never heard of... The monastery once belonged to the Order of the Conquering Blade. The what? The long dead High Inquisitor. Your forebears made sure of that. Because they were demon worshippers. This rune must be destroyed immediately. It's too dangerous to stand. But this is part of Eastern heritage. It's not our fault they had some dubious practices. Besides, we need this charm. This charm. And with Zorsoda. Without the charm, we'll be terrorized by the beast forever. The council hall descends into argument as the three of them make demands. You call a vote to settle things down. What? Absolutely not demon worshippers. What? Alright. Hey, never mind the demon stuff. Find the bee charm. Drink my water. Thank you. Loot the whole place. There's bound to be valuables there. Or destroy the monastery altogether. It's too dangerous. Vote now. I would go for looting the whole place. So we make sure there's nothing left that could be used, you know? You want to destroy the monastery? Ah? Ah? Moxie voted to destroy the monastery. She voted to destroy the monastery of her own region. I think there might be hidden alliances in this queendom. We may have a few problems between we have conflicts. There's an imposter among us. Alright. Then also Liz. Yeah, there's also Liz. The chiefs make sense so far. But between the patricians and the counts we have conflict of interests. So we're destroying the monastery altogether. You expect Vikings to not vote for looting? No, I expect the Vikings to vote for looting. What I expect is for the other regions to make as much sense as the chiefs, of course. The monastery ruins are torn down swiftly and without ceremony. If it ever contained a bee charm, it is lost in the rubble. Priests of the night god all across the kingdom praise your decisiveness. Unfortunately, the common folk of the East trust that the church acts in their best interest. Face challenge succeeded. I don't know what that means. But okay. Defiance is now grumbling to the east, and you lost a farming point. That is... Take care. Authority is now commanding. However, the chiefs remain beset by swarms for months to come. Ah, trade is now poor. The chiefs are poor! Heck. Okay. The counts still have their goal met, Same for the chiefs. For the patricians, it's a bit more difficult. Ah, Mom. It's Mom. Mom moment. Poor Master Chief. I have found 3 potential matches for you. 1 eligible young woman from each of the kingdom's 3 regions. Choose wisely. You'll be securing a powerful alliance. I know. Yes. Yes. Your mother leads you to the Great Hall, where she's arranged 3 portraits on easels. For now, each is covered by a cloth. Am I Lord Farquaad or... Feels like the scene in the bedroom with Lord Farquaad. Wait, I don't get to meet them? No time for sentiment. You just need a match that befits your station and suits your political needs. Eh. She whisks away the cloth from the first portrait. This is Helga, firstborn daughter of the Northern Jesse clan. Apparently the other Northerners have nicknamed her Wind Speaker. Can't imagine why. Strangely enough for a Northerner, she's an enthusiastic convert to the worship of the Ninth God. She's an incredibly driven person by all accounts. Gets up at the crack of dawn each morning and goes for a swim in a frozen lake. Oh. Strong woman. That's a strong woman. I can see the appeal, I suppose. This is Xenia, the eldest daughter of the Eastern Icy Platinum dynasty. Apparently they had a hell of a time getting her to smile for this portrait. She had a laboratory installed in her castle and spent most of her time there conducting bizarre experiments. Half of the East are in love with her apparently, and the other half hate her. Oh, okay. Doesn't sound... Okay. And finally, from the coast, we have Octavia, the wealthy heiress of Lady Patrician Cup Queen's estate. I mean, just look at her. She's gorgeous. And apparently she's got a silver tongue too. Her interests are typical of the coast. Money, 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 and making more of it. But to her credit, she gives off a lot of it to charity. Could be worse. Could be a lot better. What do you think? Of course, by picking a candidate, you'll anger the other regions, but you'll gain a lifelong alliance. Oh. I hesitate between the strong woman or the rich woman. Not a fan of Xenia, to be honest. Yeah, it's between Helga and Octavia. Strong mommy or sugar mommy? Yeah, basically. Hehe. Ow. I'm gonna go for Octavia. The Chiefs are well in their run, And the patricians have 4 points in defiance. So I have all the reasons needed to go for Octavia. Queen Polycule. And finally, from the coast, we have Octavia, the wealthy heiress of the... Yes. I have made my decision. Octavia, of the coast. I refuse to marry any of them. No! Octavia! Let's go. Excellent. Okay. So we have 2 for 2 now. 1 more point for the east, 1 more point for the north, and 2 less points for the coast. Very nice. We go for Octavia. End of the season. Adopt a law. Another thing. Here you can adopt a new law that alters how voting is run. Ah. Oh. Oh. You can only adopt 1 new law at a time and have a maximum of 3 laws to use. Oh. +1 stability if more than 50% of nobles vote for any one option. How nobles choose to vote is hidden from the monarch's view. Okay. If nobles vote for the monarch's choice, they have plus 500 personal wealth. Uh-huh. You know, no one is allowed to leave home without a black eye. Yes. I'm gonna go for the golden choice. That sounds fun. End of the year. Finally. Okay. A Kraken. Oh! The Kraken. Lady Sister Cecilia. Middle Meat, thank you for the follow. Hi. A Kraken, a real life, honest to ninth Kraken. Just outside my harbor of the western shore. We should send our navy to subdue the beast at once, says Lady Liz from the aquarium. A Kraken has every advantage in a sea battle, Your Majesty. Perhaps a lighter touch is preferable. It's said Kraken can be appeased by an offering of living creatures. Navy. Heretical nonsense! You cannot be considering this, Your Majesty. What can be done about the Kraken sighted near Sister Cecilia's harbor? A. Send the patricians' navy. B. Appease the Kraken with a sacrifice. C. Let it be. Vote now. I have no idea which one is the best. Did the Kraken actually do anything? Apparently, no. They didn't do anything. They just... Cecilia, who saw the Kraken. Appease the Kraken with sacrifice. Ah. Ah. Only Renplay wants to let the Kraken be. We're going for a sacrifice? Oh, we are absolutely going for a sacrifice. Okay. 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 So what are we sacrificing? Dozens of emaciated goats and cows. Ah, okay. Are rounded up and carted off to the coast, where they're dumped unceremoniously into the water near Lady Patrician's Sister Cecilia's estate. Farming challenge failed. For the coast. Ow. Ow. The queen. No! Sacrifice. Unfortunately, the strange ritual does nothing to appease the monster and only angers the church. Oh no, the church. Oh no, the church. Before long, priests are spreading rumors about Kraken spawn among the nobility, placing you at the center of dark conspiracy. Ah, shit. I control the Kraken. Of course. Yes, absolutely. I control the Kraken. Meanwhile, the accursed Kraken takes up permanent residence along the coast, hampering trade and scaring much of the local population away. Ah, we're back to 4 defiance. Ah. The trade went from 7 to 4 for the coast. And Sister Cecilia is now broke. Ah. That is a net deficit for the patrician. Oh! How? Ooh. Okay. Okay. That is not good. Still better than doing nothing. Mm-hmm. 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 Lady Patrician Sammy. A terrible storm has struck the coast. Lamentably, many houses have been swept away in the floods, and several of the Navy's ships were lost at sea. Ah! Ah! This is what I get from marrying Octavia? This is what the patricians get from giving me their daughter? What? -2 in military and -2 in farming. The fuck? Are you okay? How can the council help the coast recover from the terrible storm? A. Spare no expense in rebuilding what was lost. B. Send extra troops from the north to clear the roads. C. The coast will have to fend for itself. D. Ask the church to lead the relief effort. Ah. Aha. I am using my golden choice for B. So if you vote for my choice, you all get money. Everyone who votes for my choice gets 500 gold. You can start voting now. Money. Okay. Okay. Money. Okay. The money is talking. Money is talking. And that will be it for the vote. Congrats on the money. The liquid event server so for the cost was scrapped stock market manipulation. The fuck is that? So we're sending extra troops from the north to clear the roads. Thank you for your sacrifice. Why should we put our troops at risk? Your greatness. It's not our fault that the coast can't handle a little inclement weather. More defiance for the north and less defiance for the coast. Are they both at 3 now? Despite Chief Middlemeat's protests, the troops are sent. Though dozens of soldiers drowned in the ongoing floods, they cleared the roads and rebuilt the coast's lost houses. They lost 1 military, the coast gained 1 military back, and 1 point in farming. Ah, Chief wants to sacrifice the troops, now he complains. Okay. We're doing what we can. The counts are definitely going well. The chiefs have their second goal already met, of course, because they have 0 faith. The patricians need a little help. Your wedding to Octavia is naturally the talk of the kingdom. Nobles and peasants alike travel from across the realm to attend. For a week and a day, the capital is one giant party. It feels like you're the only one not taking part. Instead, you're getting ready for the ceremony. Soon enough, you're standing in Saint Bertrand's Cathedral with Octavia at your side. Do you take this woman as your lawfully wedded wife? I do. Did I pronounce you queen and wife? Holy matrimony. Hell yeah, I got an achievement from being gay. I got an achievement from being gay! Let's go! One more stability, one more authority. Defiance from the north, defiance from the east, and less defiance from the coast, of course. Achievement, lesbian. I forgot to read. By the time you find yourself alone with Octavia, it's past midnight, and you've never felt more tired. You danced so very beautifully. It was such a wonderful day, wasn't it? Yes. Oh, that's what she said. Yes. You endure a long conversation in which Octavia seems determined to flatter you relentlessly and agree with everything you say. Oh. Oh. Oh no. No. By night's end, you still don't know who Octavia really is. Her real personality is concealed beneath 100 layers of etiquette. You go to your separate bedchambers, still strangers. Eh. I didn't expect anything anyway. So whatever. That's my daughter. Yes, that's your daughter. What the fuck? What kind of education did you give her? Helga might have gone better. I'm sure Helga will find someone best fit for her that is not me. Of course. End of the season. The famine begins! Late at night, 2 counts meet in an ancient stone cemetery to discuss their schemes against the queen. Countess Icy. Our grain stores are looking much more impressive than the rest of the kingdom. Yes, and have had peasants from the north moving into my lands, desperate to sponge off our prosperity, says Countess Moxie. And they get 1 point more into farming. Most pleasing, but won't summoning this demon be difficult? It's magic beyond our usual fare. The walls of reality are sturdy, but they can be weakened. A tide of blood must swallow this kingdom in its wake. Chaos. For the next stage of their scheme, the counts must lower stability to 4 or less in 2 seasons. Okay? Okay. You have the scheme anyway on your extension. And the patricians are not doing good. So the chiefs are 2 phases into their scheme, as well as the counts. Only the patricians need to make me a bit more broker. I try to stay positive. I got a bay leaf. Nice. Let's go. The patricians can still win. They can still Win. And there are two new events happening in the coast. Oh shit. What now? A helping hand. AVR had something I wanted to ask of you. What? As you surely know, I run a very successful jewelers guild back home in the coast. But the current laws are a little restrictive for my trade. Lots of tariffs and regulations. You know how it is. Oh. Traders. I was hoping you could push for some changes in the council. Eliminate some of the import duties on Ateshi jewels, perhaps. You want me to give the coast preferential treatment? I think it's only fair. The other regions just can't compete with us in the jewelry trade anyway. And if they can't compete with you, why do you want even fewer regulations on... Okay. We're going for a vote. Should import taxes on foreign jewels entering the coastal ports be reduced? A. Reduce import taxes on gemstones from Atesh. B. Ban the import of all Ateshi gemstones. C. Do nothing. Vote now. Of course, the patricians are voting to do nothing. Now we just need the other two regions to vote against that. And that was not enough votes to regulate the patricians. So, nothing happens. Congrats, patricians. You managed to keep your jewels. Let's go. When Octavia doesn't get the result she wanted, she leans over to whisper in your ear. Thank you for trying. I'll meet defeat on this one. For now. Very nice. Very cool. Lady Patrician Liz from her aquarium is here to see you, Your Majesty. She wants to sell you a crab. Of course she does. Of course she does. We're talking about Liz. It's the latest trend along the coast, Your Majesty. The patricians have started keeping a species of jeweled crab as a fashionable pet. The creatures are so rare that one can now sell for as much as a mansion. Bitcoins? Very well, send her in. Thank you for seeing me, Your Majesty. I know the price is steep, but I assure you, these crabs will only go up in value. Non-fungible crustaceans. It would be in their interest to have me buy a box of crabs because that would lower my treasury and help the patricians. But you know what? I love scams. Counting on your gold, Lady Patrician Liz assures you that you will not regret your purchase. Of course. Thank you for the crabs. What the fuck am I gonna do with the crabs? Thank you for the crabs. The chief architect bustled into your office, carrying an armful of parchment. Statues can be torn down, paintings can be burned. Don't you think it's time you left a lasting mark on this kingdom? Sure, but I just bought crabs. Do we have enough money for a castle after I bought... Look at the crabs there. Look at my crabs. They're cool crabs. We don't have money for a building. We have crabs. It's okay. I have crabs. I suppose we carve your majesty's visage into the side of a mountain. Ah! Oh, that kind of... Ah! It will take dozens of artisans, thousands of hours, but we ensure you're always remembered. That does sound pleasing. Sure. I'm so glad you think so, your majesty. It'll be the talk of the kingdom and beyond. You call a vote to discuss this outrageous plan. A mountainside carved in your likeness will surely get people talking, but it'll take time and a lot of gold. I don't even have enough treasury for all the votes. Ah. Okay. Yes, and the nobles will fund it. Or D, this is an idea best left forgotten. Not even sure we need a... Oh, wait. If I do this... If I give you money for voting for... If I give you money, if you spend money, is that okay? Veto the other option. Is it 2,000 in total across all nobles? I guess. No, I still want it to be a fair choice. You get money if you vote C. That's it. You get money if you vote for funding the my face. Okay. Let's go. Oh, the time is not up. That's a lot of money for everyone. Let's go. 8 nobles voted for the funding. Some chiefs' wealth has decreased, some patricians' wealth has decreased, some counts' wealth has decreased, and everyone got 2 more points in defiance. With the council's approval, it's an easy enough matter to demand a teeth? Okay. It doesn't stop them grumbling though. Planning starts in earnest. A mountainside is covered in scaffolding. You wait eagerly for news of the project's completion. But the work is plagued by setbacks. The stone is harder to carve than anticipated. Storms knock down the scaffolds. A rock slide erases much of the work that has been done. Your Majesty, I have to admit I may have bitten off more than I could chew. I'm sure it'll work out in the end, right? Yes, of course. Of course it will. As the weeks rolled past, it becomes clear that the chief's architects' grand ideas will take a lot longer to come to fruition. Don't worry, this is gonna work out. We're gonna have the face. It's okay. We're gonna have our face on the mountainside. In a dinky seaside tavern, two patricians of the coast meet to plot their latest scheme. The treasury is practically empty, and the queen is struggling to fund her ambitions. We're perfectly placed to offer her a loan. So helpful of us. Indeed, these loan agreements will be as friendly as a bear trap. Absolutely loaded with hidden catches in a small print. Now watch me work my magic. Good evening, Lady Patrician. What exactly is the purpose of this meeting? I heard about the Queen's recent money troubles, and I thought we could both benefit. Sign here. Here. This agreement does seem fair. Very well, I'll sign. The Queen will be pleased. Good night, Lady Patrician, and may the nymph bless you. I got 2,000. And Sammy and Cecilia lost some money. See, easy as pie, but it's not enough to bankroll the Queen. The rest of the kingdom must be in debt to us as well. To advance their scheme, the patricians must have the highest trade of all regions in 4 seasons. They are tied with the counts right now. I feel like the treasurer shouldn't have the authority to simply sign alone the Queen's name when it's not an emergency. Depends what you call an emergency. I was at 1,000. Apparently it's not a lot. Oh, it counts as highest if you are in a tie. So the patricians are doing good. They have their goal. All right, it's time to build something. For the chiefs, they can have the thing. For 1 more point in farming or 1 more point in trade, the counts can have stability down or authority down, and the patricians can have more faith or military. Liz is the richest in the kingdom. I can invest an amazing amount of 0 gold. Yeah, you're not even in the list because you have 0. The counts are not doing good. The counts are very poor right now. Ow. Start the auction! For a building! All my money was spent on the mountain carving. But then we got such a nice... No? A nice face in the mountain that doesn't work. People, 3k. F, B... Oh! 1 gold! For the bazaar! Wow! So much money. But it still will go if the counts don't vote for anything. It's a strategic bid. 70. Middle meat. Standard 69 wealth. And since the count didn't bid for anything, the chiefs get their bazaar for 70 gold. Congrats. And the patricians get their fortress. End of the season. Oh god. Oh, it's all in the king. It's all in the mainland. No thingies. No thingies in the regions. Ah, a bard. Your Majesty, a traveling bard. She says she has to come to compose a song for you. Just not any bard, Your Highness. The best in all the land. Sally Six Fingers, they call me. 6 fingers? A song, you say? About me? Is for me? Why, of course! In fact, I have the tune and verse all but ready. I have saved my best work for you, my queen. All I require is a subject. What should I tell the masses of you? What would you like to inspire? Teach them to love me. Of course. I will do so, Your Highness. Absolutely. Give me but a few weeks and everyone within the Crown lands will know of your benevolence. Communism! Miracles, authority, love, stability. Yeah. Yeah. Pray, I need but only a small payment of 500 gold for the time. A discounted rate for one as esteemed as yourself. I can pay more if I want more chances of the songs working on my people. Okay. 50% chance? Let's go. The bard nods enthusiastically and heads out to do your bidding. Unfortunately, Sally is a better salesperson than songwriter. She composes the song, yes, but it fails to capture the hearts of your people. Oh, the misery. The misery. Blah, blah, blah. You have her perform it for you, but it's abysmal. Nothing rhymes, there's no rhythm, and she doesn't even pronounce your name correctly. Ah! She called me Ivy. No! She said IVL. No! No! Not the mispronunciation, please. The Northern Chief's God Speakers have uncovered an ancient prophecy. And what does it say? That's beside the point. All I know is that the specific heresy is spreading like wildfire and must be stamped out immediately. What she means to say is, the chiefs plan to use the prophecy to justify unseating you. The chiefs plan to use... There's a word missing, right? The chiefs plan to use... plan is to use, but it also works because plan is a verb also. Yes, right, my bad. True or not, many Northerners believe it. Can someone please just tell me what it says? The prophecy tells of an authoritarian queen who is overthrown by a northern warrior, the savior of the pagans, known by names such as the Thronebreaker, the Sword of Valtor, or the Lord Render. That's you, by the way. The authoritarian queen, not the Lord Render. The prophecy calls for the collapse and death of all false gods, including the ninth, whom Nilquist will lead into a bubbling cauldron disguised as a magical pond. This is sounding very heretical. Worse than heresy, Your Majesty, it's a lie. We must strengthen the church in the north. Besides falsifying their prophecy, It might even save a few misguided northerners. The pagans still blindly worship their old gods, however. If we don't act soon, the kingdom will be lost. A. Order priests to go north and decry the prophecy as false. B. Invent a counter-prophecy. Delay scheme for 1 season. C. Allow the prophecy to spread. No one will believe it anyway. Vote now. Won't allow the counts to progress their own scheme? Maybe. Maybe. BVL TV. No! No! It's AVL, not IVL or something. Oh, the counts just gave up. There's no counts anymore. The counts are just dead. They got a disaster on their land or something. There's no counts left. Okay. Voting tied at 3. Break the tie by selecting one of these options. The counts are actually even winning. They went back to their coffins. I'm gonna go for B. I'm curious to see how it goes. I do feel this game needs to do an "Are you there?" check occasionally for the nobles. It's also probably a game you can play on Twitch with more viewers. That probably helps. That's needed for Twitch. Yeah. I'm gonna go with B. Counter prophecy. You have the scholars and theologians discover another prophecy which contradicts the first, written on older stone tablets found in the same archaeological site. The northern commoners are not sure who to believe. You've bought yourself some time. The chief's stat goal will not be evaluated until the end of the next season. It's just like religion for real. Yeah, it is. Your marriage to Octavia is not what you'd hoped. She seldom sleeps in your bed, and over breakfast you exchange only a few frosty words before she departs to a board meeting. The last thing on your mind is procuring an heir, but the needs of the kingdom must prevail. Congratulations are in order. The royal wedding was a magnificent affair. 50 is probably the ideal amount of people. My daughter is a brat, just like me. Felt more like a life sentence than a wedding. Oh, don't be so dramatic. You've done well so far, but something's still missing. An heir. Well, as long as biology goes. You need someone young whose loyalty is assured. A child of your own would do the trick, even if they're a bastard. Or the youngest of your many cousins. One of you trends, you can produce an heir easily. The answer is magic. Do I have magic? I'm pretty sure I have a bastard child lying around somewhere. No? I plan to adopt a low-born child from the orphanage. Let's go. Make Pepe with magic? The nobles won't be too happy with the low-born child being elevated to the status of a royal. I urge you to reconsider. Baby. I'm sure history will remember you as a champion of the people. If it remembers you at all, I'll make the necessary arrangements. Let's go. End of the season. A pair of counts face each other in silence. Yeah. In silence. Yeah, that's what they're doing. That's what they do best. Silence. They speak of their latest schemes. What happened? The kingdom was meant to be a whirlpool of chaos by now. It's more like a whirlpool of smiles and hugs. No demon will come anywhere near it. The Count's aim is to lower stability to 4 or less. Yep. Ah, the taxes. The taxes. And the Counts, once more, have too much money. Tax the AF Counts. The AF Counts. Tax the Counts for being AFK. Oh! The call out. I mean, to be fair, they also have another trade bonus. Is it because they're first? Tied? But the patricians also are first in safely tax the counts. I don't think they're rebel. I think they're doing good. They have money. Moxie is the richest. Are they going to talk to complain? Stop bullying! But you're right. They have money. They have the trade bonus. The trade bonus is random. Go with common tax. I mean, common tax on the north. And the patricians are not exactly that rich except for Liz. Now for me it's pretty clear that it goes to the counts because they're pretty rich and they're getting more money at the end of the season. I'm gonna go for the counts. Okay, don't take our money. Yeah, no, I'm good. Good. Don't worry about it. Defiance. Oh, they have 6 defiance. Oh, what are they gonna do? What are they gonna do? Oh no, they're gonna rebel. Oh, and they have 2. They have 2 events. Okay. Crab futures. Ah, my crabs. My crabs. Lady Liz, the crab craze has fallen to unforeseen heights, Your Majesty. That's good, right? I think. The trade is so profitable that patricians are shutting down textile mills to focus on crab catching. Thousands are unemployed. But who cares about that, Your Majesty? Your box of crabs is now worth nearly double what you paid for it. Let's go! Money! Sale! I got an achievement. Let's go. I got a crab achievement. So much stonk. I'm so rich. What the fuck? Okay, now, okay. We can get the face in the mountain again. I got money. I got the money back. Can we now that we're stable again, can we have the face in the mountain again? Ah no, and the patricians are losing 1 point. In trade, they don't have their goal anymore. No. Crab's achievements. No. They were tied. They were going to win. but not yet. But I got money. Comet sighting. Countess Zorsoda. A blood-red comet was spotted in the night sky over the east, Your Highness. The stars are claiming it is a terrible omen. The common folk are on the verge of panic. Is there anything I can do? I'll tell them there's nothing to worry about. It's okay. Ah, it failed. Shit. Fuck. Ah. I don't have the luck isn't on my side anymore. I keep losing. Ah. He delivers a speech reassuring the peasants of the east that the comet isn't a good or a bad thing, just a thing. It's just a thingy. It's just a thingy. It's a little thingy. Don't worry about it. Probably the nymph's god, riding a chariot or whatever. Unfortunately, the peasants don't believe a word of it. Your reassurance only panicked them further. For a few weeks, the east is gripped with panic. Grip. Riots break out in the streets. Soothsayers wander the land, foretelling doom. Aha! The counts are gonna win. What is their... What is their goal again? Stability to 5? Or 4? I don't remember if it was 5 or 4. Apparently something has escaped from the cellars of Countess Moxie's castle. I've asked for an eyewitness report from a local. Hello, Your Majesty. It was a right unholy sight. A monster stitched together from parts dug up from the village cemetery. I recognized my aunt Enna's earlobes. Fix for stability to 4. Bring me Countess Moxie. This creature is my life's work, Your Majesty. And my son. Moxie, what the fuck? Moxie, what are you doing? I'm concerned. It's just a plush. Moxie, why is your plush alive? What? His escape was regrettable. He just wanted to see the village up close. Rest assured, I have chained him up far more securely in my dungeon to ensure this won't happen again. Kitty. The bear ears are stitched to it. Ah! It's a bear, Blahai. It's too late for that, Countess. You and your unholy creation must be burned. It is the only way to cleanse the world of your evil. Oh. Oh. Okay. Burn both Moxie and her monster. Burn the monster, but let the Countess live. The monster may live as long as it stays imprisoned. Free the monster. And option C is out. Chaos. I want chaos. Now, vote. To burn something, whatever, burn something, or free the monster. I'm allergic to fire. Oh, you are! Oop. Oop. We have 2 votes to free the monster. 4 votes to burn Moxie and the monster. Ah, thank you, Moxie, for voting for your life. At least. One more vote, maybe? Maybe? For A or D? And we got a tie. And it's my role to choose which choice counts. A raises stability. Okay, but I want to know what happens if I free the monster. So I'm gonna free the monster. No, Your Majesty, the boy is not ready for freedom. This will end in disaster. The council would free this unholy monstrosity and allow its twisted creator to go unpunished? What kind of message does this send? -3 in phase for the counts. Boom. I could get my axe. Ah. You're all mad. You'll see. Doom will come to the east. Doom. Doom. Unfortunately, the High Inquisitor's words prove prophetic. Oh no. And I lost the challenge again. I lose all the challenges now. The abomination snaps after relentless bullying from the suspicious villagers. It goes on a spree across the east, torching the fields and murdering peasants. The farming went from 7 to 4, and stability went from 5 to 4. Oh, defiance to 7. Oh! Should have burned the monster. It's finally brought to justice by an angry mob. The common folk mock you for allowing your soft heart to blind you to common sense. Chaos! Alright. Far to the north, an ancient ceremony in a smoky clan hall reaches a fever pitch. Han, the chief's claimant, sits atop a throne of bones, surrounded by god speakers chanting in a forgotten tongue. And thus, with Morgana as my witness, I hereby crown you, the monarch in the north, the Lord Render, soon to be monarch of all the kingdom. Glory to the Lord Render, chosen of Valtor. Glory to Morgana and the north. The assembled chiefs roar in chorus with each other. Steins are smashed against one another in celebration. Now we must bring down the false queen in the south and fulfill the prophecy. The only question is how. Voting is open for the chiefs. Lure the queen to the north and sacrifice her in a pagan ritual. Or sacrifice thousands of goats to the old gods and call upon them to intervene. That's 2 votes for A. Raise own farming. You have 2 points in farming. That's not great. Lower on defiance. Okay. Oh, we got a button. Two nobles voted for. That's what they voted for. So it is destined. So it will be. Spread the word to all Morgana's children. The throne breaker has risen, and the false queen will fall. But first, we drink. They voted for Ubu. Yes. The Vikings voted for Ubu. Yes. The Ubu. But first, we drink. Drink my water. Yes, absolutely. Water. Yeah. In honor of the gods. More cheers erupt throughout the clan hall. Come morning, there will be a lot of work to do. The Ubu King. The Ubu Kings. For the final stage of their scheme, the chiefs must lower their defiance to 2 or less. Final stage. The endgame. At least one region has entered the final stage of their scheme. If they pass it, they'll win the game. There are some exceptions. If 2 or more regions pass the final scheme stage, the winner will be decided at random. That sucks. At random? If stability, authority, or treasury hit 0, and the final scheme stage passes at the same time, the scheme takes priority. If a rebellion ends with a rebellion win, and the final scheme stage passes at the same time, the scheme takes priority. Okay. The monarch can only win in ambition events, which will appear after you have acquired an heir. And I still don't have one. Perfect. 2 counts meet on the outskirts of a barren farm, wind whipping at their long cloaks. Countess Moxie. Good news from the capital, my friend. Well, bad news, but good for us. Good for her. Oh yeah? Fires? Went on murder? Giant spiders? All that and more. The fabric between words is wearing thin. The time is ripe to summon a demon. Moxie is Moxie. She does things. She does weird things. Yeah. She can do. She can do some bit of magic, some dark magic. She can summon a demon. She can make a zombie. Blah. But which honored guest should we invite? Vote for the counts. Enkarazad, Lord of Dismay, the seventh god smile. Belfeminar, the hungering absence, queen of corruption. Choose one. It's weird that my child, even though I'm light skin, is dark skin. And Moxie is the only dark skin noble. I see voted for Belfeminar. Bapili voted for B. B. Okay. And there is only Moxie and Zorzoda. But we haven't seen Zorzoda in a bit. So it's going to be Belfeminar. The hungering absence. Queen of corruption. Fight. Belfeminar will bring pestilence and starvation to the lands. She's perfect for our plans. When she arrives, the crown will be ours for the taking. Her summoning ritual requires wear regents from across Celeste Ath, the petals of a Sarakanese orchid, the eye of a Nateshi salamander. Okay. Indeed, we'll stockpile resources before initiating the rite. There's no time to waste. For the final stage of their scheme, the counts must raise their trade to at least 6. Sarakanese, get it? Get it? You need 6. 2 more trade. Oh. Stop the count. Stop the count. The timer is set to 15 seconds and the vote will automatically close once the timer is over. Call for unity, +1 stability if more than 50% of nobles vote for any one option. Anonymous voting. How nobles choose to vote is hidden from the monarch's view. Stop the counts. Yeah. We go for anonymous voting. For the other ones are not very interesting. You already have the maximum number of adopted laws. This one. We good. Rebellion. One or more regions are able to rebel, as their defiant stat is higher than both authority and stability. You can still see them in chat. I can hide the chat. Yeah, the other ones were that much worse. That's why I went for anonymous. If the rebels get more victory points than the loyalists, they'll win the game. If the loyalists get more victory points than the rebels, they'll put down the rebellion and continue the game. Anonymous voting only works in party mode. Yeah. If multiple regions rebel and win, a vote between the two rebelling regions with the highest stats will determine the successor. Important, rebelling regions have their schemes paused. Regions with a high military stat are more likely to overthrow the monarch with a rebellion. Military 6 for the chiefs, 5 for the counts, and 4 for the patricians. Okay. Defiance is too high and one of more regions is considering rebellion. Rebelling will stop the region from advancing their scheme, and they can't be taxed or take part in normal votes. Ah! Oh! The counts can start a rebellion. Ah. Okay. Verge of rebellion. 2 needed to start a rebellion. It doesn't show. Ah, counts may vote to rebel by typing rebel. I am in front of the thingy. Where can I put myself to? Give me a second. Yep. I'm gonna go there. That sounds good. And the Pokemon will go here, I guess. Okay. Okay, we're good. So, we have events in the north. Oh shit. Jesse voted to rebel, but Jesse is not part of the counts. Jesse wants to rebel while being a chief in the north. That doesn't work. Let's go! Your Majesty, I bring grave news. A missionary went up north to bring the true faith to those pagans. But last week, he was found dead on the outskirts of a remote village. May he rest in peace. Murdered? Just so, Your Majesty. And not just murdered, but sacrificed in a devilish ritual to one of their awful pagan gods. He was found draped across a stone altar with antlers embedded in his head. Oh. Oh. Ah. And be colored Archbishop. Yay! We must send an Inquisitor to the village and root out the killers. Ah. Anonymous voting. I'm not gonna watch. So A, let the matter lie. B, send a lone inquisitor to investigate the missionary's death. C, send an entire team of inquisitors and a squad of soldiers. Or D, order the chiefs to bring the murderers to justice. Start. Vote. I'm not looking at the chat. Let the matter lie. Send an entire team of inquisitors. Okay, a tie between A and C. Okay. One more for C. 3, 2, 1. And we're sending the troops. So who voted? Oh, it says anonymous. Oh. Okay. Is it like permanent? I don't know. So Cap Queen, I see Cecilia and Sammy voted. Go get him. Thank you, Your Majesty. You won't regret putting your trust in me. This is an outrage. Your Majesty, we won't tolerate the presence of Crown Land soldiers on northern soil. Defiance went from 4 to 6. That is not exactly what you wanted, I imagine. A band of soldiers and inquisitors descend on the village of Talander with locusts. Within weeks, dozens of supposed pagans have been burned in the village square. The old gods do nothing to save them. But their compatriots do. A squad of northern warriors desert their posts and march to the village to fight the inquisitors. Hundreds of both sides are killed in the ensuing battle. And you lose 1 military point. Ah shit. This isn't going well. 20% in faith. Faith can go lower. Of course it can go lower. Authority is now dubious. I'm at 4 authority. Ah shit. Ah shit. The rogue warriors soundly defeat the troops, driving them out of the north. After that, the church's power wanes further, and more northerners convert to the worship of the old gods. Very nice. Okay, the chiefs can't rebel yet. We'll have to wait at the end of the season. The northern common folk are falling ill in the strangest ways. Some fall prey to the flux, others suffer from sores. It's terrible. Do you know why they're getting sick? The flood? Yeah, they're getting the flood. Ah shit. The flood. Oh no. Get the halo ready. May, I haven't really spoken to them. No one wants to get close. I don't know what to do about it. The North barely have enough food as it is, and I certainly don't want to get sick too. What should be done to help the sick northern peasants? Have northern scholars study the sickness? Send priests to heal the peasants? Or disease for the chiefs to deal with? You get some bonus gold if you let the chiefs fend for themselves. Vote. Apparently Ren play agrees. They have confidence in their ability to fend for themselves. 40% is okay. God, it is. Everyone wants the money. Okay, and what will it be? It is failed. You have far too many other things to think about. Besides, it's only peasants. There are so many of them already. This will weed out the weakest. Defiance went from 6 to 8. 8! The peasants keep dying. Regions bordering the north start refusing passage for northern merchants, claiming that the disease could spread throughout the kingdom. Stability went from 4 to 3. And the trade for the chiefs went from 3 to 1. As the season turns, the sickness calms down, but no one quite knows why. Meanwhile, the people are still starving. This is going great. Meteor strike! Woo! One night, your wife shakes you awake. Look at the window. The window. What's going on? Come, your majesty. Let's get you somewhere safe. I want to see the meteors. As you stare up, fascinated and terrified, there's a boom that shatters the window and shakes the walls. You're thrown back onto the bed, glass shards embedded in your face and hands. Ah! Ah, shit! Ow! No, wait! No, wait! Ow! Okay. Okay. Ow. It wasn't nice. It was a nice view. I had a nice view. And then peace descends once more. The sky darkens, though you're too busy picking glass from your face to notice. Your physician does his best, but it's obvious you'll be disfigured for life. Ah! These aren't the kind of scars that make you look dashing. They're the kind that lead you to whispers behind your back. I'm ugly now! No! I'm ugly. What would I do? It's okay, I'm rich. I can get my face back, I'm rich. The mood is the council hall. The next day is somber. It's terrible, your grace. That comet we saw in the east. It was foretelling doom. It landed right within my lands. So many peasants dead. My fields are one massive crater. Stability is 1. I have 1 point in stability. And the east went from 4 points to 0. Everything's going to shit. Everything's going to shit. We need help. Of course we could help the Count, but meteorite ore is well known for making incredible weaponry and armor. Our first priority should be gathering it. Oh. I'm gonna go for... Oh! I took it up, okay. Gather meteorite ore and sell it to foreign buyers. Gather meteorite ore and forge incredible weapons. I'm gonna get B out as a choice. Now you have Spare no expense helping those affected, or gather meteorite ore and sell it to foreign buyers. Mm-hmm. 3 against 2. You can get some money for yourself. Spare no expense helping those affected. You can get farming back, stability back, defiance down. I like A. So A it is. Thank you, Your Grace. We need all the help we can get. Defiance went from 7 to 5. Okay. I think only the counts would get money. Well, that makes sense. Troops are sent to clear rubble and replant fields. It will be a long time before the East recovers, but it's a start. Unfortunately, by the time recovery efforts are over, all the meteorite ore has been looted. We can't rebel anymore. No, you can. Everyone can at the end of the season. And the end of the season is now. Your Majesty, these upstarts are saying they have a right to your throne. Okay. The chiefs are still have to lower the defiance to 2 if they want to win without rebelling. And the counts need their trade to go to at least 6. The counts are apparently the closest to a win if they manage to get their trade up. Because the patricians still didn't manage to get their trade to the top at the end of the season, sadly. The monarch currently has no heir. On the verge of rebellion, on the verge of rebellion, on the verge of rebellion. Let's go! Chaos! Chaos! Our clash is on. Oh! Backup Queen, thank you for joining. Okay. Rebel next season. 1 vote to rebel. Oh, you only needed 1 vote to rebel for the counts? Oh. Okay. That's it. The crab bubble bursts. Bad news, Your Majesty. A new reef has been discovered which is overflowing with millions of jeweled crabs. Crab prices are crashing catastrophically. How could this be? The entire kingdom will suffer financially, Your Majesty, with the exception of a few patricians. Oh. Oh. It's only wealth. I thought it was going to be trade points. And Liz's wealth doubled. She's now almost as rich as me. Curiously, Lady Patrician Liz, the very same patrician who first began the crab craze, recently sold all her crabs at a huge profit just days before the crash. Something must be done. You summon your council to discuss the crab price crisis. Many assembled nobles have invested heavily in the crab market, and they are casting furious glances at the patricians' benches. What should be done to help the coast recover from the imploding crab market? Bail out the failed businesses along the coast. Let the coast suffer the full consequences of this crisis. Arrest Lady Patrician Liz and confiscate her ill-gotten gold. What is this? What is this? Oh, trade. Trade down. Trade down, trade up. My vote should work again. Okay. How could I manipulate the votes? I want to take an option out. How can I do that? Cut the VOD. Cut the VOD. I should have cut the VOD, but we're probably almost at the end of the session. Can you golden A? I'm gonna do something else. There. I removed B instead. So you have only A or C as a choice. Bail out the failed businesses or arrest Liz. Of course, the patricians are voting for A, and the two other regions do not agree and want Liz out. And Liz is out. Your soldiers storm Lady Patrician Liz, losing its opulent mansion, arresting her and confiscating her ill-gotten crab gold. The trial will be held as soon as possible. Trade is now destitute. Defiance is now furious. Stability is now lawless. But I'm rich again! Ah, this is true communism. I love it. Outraged patricians protest that your actions are illegal and make a mockery of the law. Don't they know you're the queen? Exactly. Why do the counts need one more vote to rebel now? Was it a bug? What? Was it a bug? Because it was weird that with almost the same amount of players, the counts only needed one vote to rebel. Ah! The counts are rebelling, as well as the chiefs and the patricians. Let's go! Free for all! Your hair. Oh, finally! I have a baby. Should I die, I ask that my crown be passed down too. Oh, I can choose the gender. My adopted low-born child. You choose your own gender. I don't care. The silence continues, accepting a few stifled cuts. After the awkward pause has stretched out to over a minute, there's finally some sporadic applause. Let's go. Hey. Yay. Yay. Yippee. Your Serene Highness, may I be the first to congratulate you on your on adopting an heir. What is the name? Ah. Oh, that's a great choice. Nice. AVL 2. The Reckoning. Marvelous, Your August Majesty. I'll be sure little AVL 2 will grow up to be a chip of the old block. Electric Boogaloo. Let's go. Panic at the Disco. Your Highness, I bring bad news from the east. We are receiving reports of... I am sure your news can wait. I bring urgent tidings, even in the game. Even in the game, they can't help. But yeah, each other. I am sure your news can wait. I bring urgent tidings from the coast that demand the Queen's attention at once. What your turn, you... What your turn, you ignorant dolt. Why don't you settle your quarrel outside? Why? The game might be reading the chat a bit too much. It might be reading a bit too much into the chat. Meanwhile, I have news from the north that really is urgent. God, you're all giving me a headache. The eastern courts are corrupt, Your Majesty. Judges are letting off the vilest criminals in return of the slightest bit of coin. Is that all? By the name, the industries of the coast are in a grave danger. The workers are striking. They demand fewer hours and higher pay. Based! Based! Let's go! My news is worse still. The north is increasingly lawless, Your Majesty. Some chiefs have taken advantage, declaring themselves independent of your rule. All these problems have arisen because the kingdom is increasingly unstable, Your Majesty. I don't see what you mean. I don't get what you mean. I'm like, we have so much money. We have so much money. What? How do you? Where do you see instability? We can't pay them all. What do you suggest? Unfortunately, we lack the resources to tackle all these problems at once. We must vote on which matter to prioritize. Reform the eastern courts. Break up the strikes along the coast. Send troops to bring the independent chiefs back into the kingdom. Maybe if you spend some of your money instead of hoarding all this, wouldn't have happened. I spend like so much into I spend so much. I think you just don't know. You just don't know how much I spent on this kingdom. An insane amount of money. We didn't get much results from the investment, but so much money. Reform the eastern courts. Okay. The corrupt eastern judges are stubborn. When you try to remove them from their posts, they retaliate by enforcing all the old forgotten laws that everyone had agreed to ignore. Suddenly, merchants are legally required to wear blindfold on weekends, and every coin must be passed under the nose of a cat before it's spent. Trade grinds to a halt. Aha! The counts are losing 1 point in trade. Aha! And they have less defiance. Once the stupid old laws are repealed, you enact crucial legal reforms. No more corruption in the East, or at least less of it. The crisis in the East has been quashed, making the kingdom as a whole slightly more stable, but the nobles of other regions feel that you're ignoring their problems. 10 defiance. Boom. That's a lot of defiance. In the end, the counts almost won. Almost. Alright, let's go! Sitting on a bench outside a sun-bleached villa, 2 patricians of the coast meet to plot their latest scheme. Our profits are down. Our companies are being outcompeted by the damned counts. Of all people! How could this happen? The patrician's aim is to have the highest trade. Ah, the auction. Now you all have a bit of money. Pretty sure the counts can still win. Maybe. Okay, vote for your thingies. Vote. Give money. Give money to your thingies. The whole country is rebelling and I'm just sitting at the beach. Based. I would too. Okay. More military for the chiefs. Makes sense, makes sense. And funding for the farming. The chiefs certainly have a lot of money. Ah, we got the counts for more farming. The aqueduct is still in for now. And the patricians with so much money have spent nothing because they're AFK. So we're getting a deer park and an aqueduct. Technically we aren't rebelling yet. Let's go! The kingdom is in rebellion. The first side to earn 5 victory points will win. Victory points are earned through events. If the rebels are victorious, the monarch is overthrown. Let's go. What did Vapidi do? I'm zooming on the game while scrolling the chat. For farming that plus. Shit. Okay, let's go. Oh, there's only one event? Okay, only one event. Overwhelmed. Just like me, for real. Your marshal staggers into the throne room, thinking of booze. She gives you a lopsided grin. Heard the news? Nymph above, you're drunk! No, just a little Danian courage, that's all. The patricians have sent words that they're joining the rebellion against you, Your Majesty. All 3 regions have now turned on you. Do you know what that means? It means this is the end. It means we are royally, no pun intended, screwed. The capital garrison couldn't take on one of the regions single-handed, let alone all 3. Historically, the queen of the kingdom has only survived by playing the regions against each other. To unite them all in common cause, the hatred of you, well, it's no mean feat. You are absolutely unmatched when it comes to pissing people off, Your Majesty. A world beater. I'm first. I'm first in something. I'm first in money. I'm first in money and I'm first at pissing people off. It's nice to know I'm good at something. Hell yeah. Consider this my resignation. There's no fun in an unwinnable war. She strides out of the throne room without looking back. The few next days, you wait for the end to come. The united armies of the rebels sweep through the Crownlands, meeting barely any resistance along the way. Soon, they're camped in a vast mass outside the capital. Against such overwhelming numbers, your walls can't hold out. The ladders go up, and the enemy soldiers pour in. As dawn rises, Chief Ranplay strolls into your throne room, backed by soldiers from all across the kingdom, warriors from the north, soldiers from the coast, and knights from the east. So, you won. Looks like I did. You made it pretty easy. With a triumphant smirk, Chief Renplay makes a sharp gesture. The northern warriors step forward, battle axes at the ready. Oh, Lugia, hi. How are you doing? You can pray to your false god, but it will do you no good. Morgana has spun the fates against you. Fight! Empty hands can do little against armor and swords. You're given a vicious beating, and the fight drains out of you. Instead of killing you, the soldiers seize you and drag you down into your own dungeon. Your ordeal isn't over. While imprisoned in your tiny cell, you hear the guards gossiping. Apparently the chiefs, counts, and patricians are already fighting over your vacated throne. The counts and patricians are the strongest, richest, and have the most support from the church, so the throne will go to one of them. The chiefs spent so much in military and at the end, they didn't get the throne. Because the military stats is pretty much all they have. Yeah. And they're tied with the counts. Even though the chiefs led the rebellion, they don't have the strength to seize the throne themselves. Despite your predicament, you can't help but smirk that the chiefs' rebellion backfired. After a week, rotting in your own dungeon, you're marched out into a public platform, jeered at by thousands of peasants. You cringe under a barrage of rotten fruit and fresh dung. Cringe. You can see Chief Renplay sitting at the front row, grinning. The rebels have won. The capital has been taken. You are a former queen. The executioner waits silently, holding an axe bigger than you. If you have any last words, now's the time. Well, I'll be heading off then. You place your head on the block. The executioner lifts his massive axe. Wait, you suddenly thought of much better last words. You turn to the executioner to tell him, but the axe is already falling. Punk. Punk. Your head bounces into Chief Renplay's lap, and your reign comes to a gruesome end. Successor voting is open! Who is going to win? Wait, how do you vote? Vote A, B, C, D. Okay. The south is good at trade, will both recover our economies, and you can raid the east all you want. It's gonna go down to the chiefs voting. Rentplay votes for the patricians. Jesse votes for the patricians. This is probably the last vote of the session. Didn't even have a chance, our stats are the lowest. Yeah. Oh, that's a lot of votes for the traders. No one likes the goths. The weirdos. They don't like the weird demon summoning vampires. And I guess that's gonna be it. The win is going to the patricians. Congrats on the win. In the end, money won. We continue as Nari now. Ah! After the entire kingdom rose against her, Queen IVL was dragged out of the palace and decapitated in the city square. The chiefs, led by Renplay, launched a rebellion that toppled the queen and devastated the kingdom. But when the dust cleared, they weren't quick or strong enough to seize the throne themselves. The counts joined the rebellion alongside the chiefs, but nobody considered them a true contender for the crown. Despite joining the rebellion only at the last minute, the wily patricians had enough power and influence to snatch the throne for themselves. Nari was crowned to half-hearted cheers from the traumatized common folk. Nice! Game length 2 years, 6 months. Fuck Octavia. The North should have won since they leaded the rebellion. Yeah, but the stats! The stats, they all count. Okay! Very nice. Ah. I don't think I'm gonna go for a second session today. Because despite being the very first run, it took 3 hours to finish. So the second one is probably gonna be longer. So we don't have time for a second one today. But it was nice, I really like the game. I really like the game, I like the conflicts in the chat from the events. Very entertaining, even for me. I didn't think full rebellion would be an instant loss. Part of the reason it took so long was figuring out the game. Yeah, probably, yeah. Makes sense. We'll see how it goes. I'm gonna have another session probably next week. During the... Yeah, but it's gonna be during the week. If I want to have a session, it has to be in the weekend. We'll see.